Let's see. Hey Phil, what's up? Trico? Squid, what's up? I'm doing swell. Gonna have to forgive me, gonna use the Dremel here in a sec. I was just about to try to remove this, and I started Dremel. I was like, well, I might as well live stream, because I got a few things I want to work on. Have you seen the KSI versus G.I. Joe fight? Nope. Hawkeye stream right now, modcast. Right after a modcast live is good. Did they just end? I actually haven't been paying attention. I've been too busy. How was that? How was their modcast? Okay, Dremel sounds. Trying to get this off here. I pushed this in with my drill press, and so I tried pushing it back out with my drill press. Yeah, not gonna happen. It's in here very, very tight, and so I'm trying to Dremel it out without nicking the barrel, but obviously that's gonna be easier said than done. It helps that I don't have a proper screwdriver up here. Really need to find where I put my other one. But if I chuck this in the vise real quick, I could like squish it. Maybe not. I feel like this is not working. It's only a few bits holding that on now. No results on the modcast? How's the modcast? Anybody watch it? Yes, no, maybe. There we go. Here we go. There we go. That took way too much effort. I think everybody's dead. That's right. Okay. That's that done, and this is all garbage. Okay. Now, where did I put that other shell? Oh, no idea where that went. Sorry, cooking burgers won't be able to talk for about 5 minutes. Not a problem. Looking for the sledge fire shell I had 3D printed, and I can't find it. I just had that too. Give me 1 second. Yeah, found it. I really need to reorganize some things because I still haven't found my thicker gauge solder. Need to find that. My squid's also making burgers. That's funny. So the reason why I ripped this out is number one, well, I don't need a full 6.5 inch. It should be 6.5 inches. Yeah, just about 6.5 inches. So I'm going to be cutting this down to 6 inches, which doesn't sound like a whole lot of removal. But this was actually a longer barrel like this, but I ended up cutting it down for something else. But also I wanted to put in a polycarbonate spacer, and this is just a little bit smaller inner diameter than this. So this is such a perfect size that some of them will just barely slip in there perfectly. Others will just fall right through the barrel. It's so close to on that edge of the foam diameter that the variances in the foam will affect it. So if I just put like a little 1/2 inch length of the polycarbonate, then this will keep that in and prevent them from falling through the barrel. So I'm just losing my mind. Hey Ryan, what's up? I'm hyped for the new zombie strike blaster belt one. Yeah, that looks interesting. There's audio oddities for others, or just me? Oddities like what? It's like there are two Hawkeyes. Is there an echo? Slight echo. Hello. Slight echo. Yeah. Hold on. Let me check that out. What about now? Is that fixed or is that not fixed? Testing 1, 2, 3. Let me know if that's fixed. Okay, yeah, that's kind of stupid. There's a separate volume indicator for like everything combined, and I didn't have that muted apparently. So that and my mic was echoing. That's kind of stupid. That's kind of a dumb design, but whatever. So let's get this going. Let me get my calipers. I apologize for getting up and down so many times. I just wasn't like prepared to stream. I was just like, oh, might as well stream. So we don't need much, just 1/2 inch. Doesn't need to be super precise. And then this is from an Alpha Trooper, blue Alpha Trooper. And I plan on doing something with it. Right now it's reamed out to 17/32, but I need it reamed out to 9/16. It's going to make it pretty tight, so I don't want to do it with a drill. I want to do it with a reamer. Except the reamer that I want is $40. Yeah, so I'm going to try to get this out real quick. Funds are already really tight, and I don't need to order a $40 reamer. So I'm going to see if I can get this out. I'm going to put some handle scales on there. Either I have a set in orange and I have a set in light blue. Doesn't match this blue, unfortunately, but light blue and orange. So I'll see what both of those look like on there. Try to put those on, add this barrel, and try to sell this for something so I can cover some funds for the reamer. Who knows if it'll sell, but I'm gonna try. If I can freaking... There we go. Also, did you have to shell cut for your DRS? I did because it had XP, or it had 180 motors. For the cage itself, no. For the motors, yes. Will you sell the handle pieces? I do. I sell them on my Etsy store. How much is buy? What? How much is buy? BYE? What do you mean? Nugget. Hello. Yes, hello, I see you. Boy, this is tough to turn when you only have this little tiny bit to grip. The cage fit perfectly, huh? OFP must be different. Was gonna run Spectra on OFP until I got a DRS. Do you have to cut for the OFP one? Because if you make assumptions about the size based on, oh, it's the same as a strife cage, then you're gonna probably get it wrong. You have to specifically look for things in the rapid strike to avoid. How much I'd buy? I'm thinking probably like somewhere between like 65, 75, 85, somewhere around there. I really haven't thought too much about it. Oh my god, this is like killing my arm because I'm trying to squeeze so tight. Normally this wouldn't be such a pain in the ass, but there, that'll help. I was actually using this little rubber piece. It's just a piece of silicone. Not like soft silicone, like industrial grade silicone. And I grabbed this like that, so when I was reaming it out, I had something to grip onto besides just this slippery plastic. And I didn't want to grab it by this because I need to be able to let go of it quickly, and this is not going to do it. So if something snags in there, that's going to rip my finger off. So, not literally, but it's going to hurt. So, grip it like that. If it starts to slip, I can immediately let go and it'll start twisting on itself. So, but it never did that. So, had to remove a tiny little tab. Yeah, that's pretty normal. On the top, that's pretty normal for that. I see you got a few OFP guides. Any plans for canted cages with those? Not sure, especially considering OFP like released those test ones or whatever. I don't really see a need for more, especially when people are just going to use those anyway. So, kind of outmoded. No clamps or wrench. Well, I mean, I could clamp it, but it would kind of mar up the surface. This is just rubber, so it grips it a little bit better. I can also use this when I'm cleaning it up with this. Where's... I'm reaching for it blindly. Oh, there it is. I haven't given it a shot either. I hate printing cages just because I have to get rid of all the support material, and my support material always seems to like to catch on itself there pretty well. Probably something I can adjust in the settings, but okay. There's our little spacer. That's only 1/2 inch. Now we only need to remove about a 1/2 inch here because this is a 6.5 inch piece. And we'll remove it from We'll just remove it from this side. Doesn't matter. Quick question, what are those gray short darts next to the water bottle? Oh, those aren't gray, those are white. They're just workers. Ben, do you own a Caliburn or are planning to print one yourself? I have the components to make like 6 of them. I just haven't because I plan on making Pocket Javelin eventually. I don't like 3D printed parts. Are you using zigzag patterns part material? Made life so much easier when removing. I'll have to look into it. So I filmed a whole video only to find out my mic I bought was dead. I'm starting to get mic troubles as well with the one I got, so I'm not terribly happy. Hey, what's up? Hello people. As Psych would say, what's up, good people? I'm not making fun of him. I love him to death. Great guy. That's Psych, by the way. Do you think running brass through a bandsaw is a bad idea? Because usually I use this pipe cutter, but when I use it on the 9/16, it pinches it a little bit. Well, when I use it on any brass, it pinches it a little bit. But specifically the 9/16, because I plan on eventually using 9/16 for a breech to fit it over 17/32. But if I do that with this, it's going to pinch in and it's not going to slip over there as easily as I want to. So I'm thinking about just running it through the bandsaw, but I don't know if that's going to destroy my bandsaw. I have a feeling, like maybe if I go super slow, my only other option would be to just use a Dremel. I guess there's no harm in that, but so normally I would clean this piece up, but this is so small, obviously I can't do anything with it, so I'll just throw that away. I'm gonna do this out on the trash can. Oh my gosh, I almost fell out of my chair. You can put it in the bandsaw? Is that from experience? Might be bad for the bandsaw blade. Yeah, I know it's going to be bad with the bandsaw blade. I just don't want something catastrophic to happen. You need a high tooth per inch bandsaw blade, and you'll be fine. What's considered high? What's considered high? I tried finding a higher one because I mainly cut metal anyway, but it's kind of hard to find. I find it funny, not 1 year ago, student worker does extremely accurate stuff. People now singing its praises. Be right back. Burgers are waiting. There's this little tab near the bottom of the wheel on the wrap strike. I might need to remove a few. Just fall asleep. Use a mandrel or a marlin spike to ream out inside slightly. Widen it. Will that work? I mean, I guess that would work. I don't have a marlin spike though. It's all about the TPI, not speed. Cutting brass would need high TPI. 30-ish? I definitely don't have 30. I definitely don't have 30. I think mine's like freaking 14 or something. Not even that. Oh god, not even that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like 8. It's not great. Maybe if I just go real slow, like, it's a bad idea. That's definitely a bad idea on my bandsaw. Yeah, I don't burn my house down. There's yay. Okay, so I think we're good here. Maybe a little bit of. It's funny. I had my my Spyderco, and I was cleaning up some burrs on an aluminum piece with it. And there's this guy in my class, and he's cool, but like he has a big head, and he likes to be right about everything and correct everyone about everything. So I just kind of let him. But he was like, you know, if you do that, it's gonna dull your blade. You're gonna ruin. No, he was like, if you do that, you're gonna ruin your knife. I was like, okay, but I kept doing it because I didn't care. It's like, I'm not quite sure you know what knife I'm using, but that's fine. I mean, it's not great for the blade, but it's also, you know, not a crap chintzy blade, so. And there is such thing as a sharpener. Don't need it yet, though. Okay, so that should be what I'm going for here. I can't remember if I did 6 or 6.5 inch, or excuse me, 6 or 5.5 inch to make up for this. So if it was like 6 inches total, or just 6 inches. Just like that. Screw it. I'm just going to get it downstairs and see what it is. I don't want to have to do this twice. Yeah, 12 is sketch. Yeah, it really is. Not much of fairly even if you go slow, it'll catch and pull the brass and bend your blade. I'm not worried about it bending the blade. I'm worrying about it sucking it in and then annihilating everything. Will there be a measure tell you? Well, yeah, 18 is fine. Mine's not 18 though. Yeah, I wouldn't with 18. If it's not a red strike. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Phil, not. Then again, I could just get like a one of those like little micro saws or whatever and do it by hand. Such a pain in the ass. I might look into the Marlin spike. Hey, what's up? Phil, okay, I'll be right back. Let me get the thing. I think it's downstairs. Fun fact. Busby darts. Not good for high crush cages. Apparently they have plastic heads behind their suction cups. They have like hard plastic discs. So don't use those because it burned out a pair of Neo Hellcats at my last war. Not me, but a friend that I built, or didn't build, but I helped him build his blaster. I did the wiring and stuff and coached him on everything else. Yeah, that burned up. That was... we had to stop the game because there was clouds of smoke, and we were opening up real fast and pulled out the lipo and stuff. A little bit of a scare. Nothing bad happened, but... Hey, what's up, Nano? Patch... Oh yeah, also Hawkeye, if you care, my patch came in. Sweet! Mine fits fine. I got a new stovetop double oven so I can finally have pancakes. Good job. I was just talking about that. Hey Jason. For a split second I zoned out and didn't realize what I had, and when there was like no resistance there, I was like, why is this primed already? But never mind, HPA. It's kind of stupid. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely 6 inches total. So I need to cut off another 1/2 inch. Should have measured before. Whatever. Oh, look, I actually wrote it on there. 6-inch aluminum with polycarbonate. Maybe I should have read that. Thank you for being helpful, past me. Too bad future me is too stupid to look at it. Oh, this side's... do this. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's measure that. Did Morpheus guides fit normal OFP cages? No, they do not. BRB got eat, not a problem. My Wi-Fi is crapping out on me. That sucks. Everybody hates crappy Wi-Fi. So with a stock spring in this barrel, this should get somewhere around 130 FPS, which is kind of ridiculous. It's like I was gonna replace the spring, but it's like there's no need. 130 just on that. It's crazy. Ugh, that screech. Oh, oh. Well, that's gone forever. Hold on. Okay, in the trash it goes. And I'll get this going. There we go, there we go. One barrel. Now we just got to shove this in here. And unfortunately, there's no way that I'm going to be able to push this in by hand. And so I'm going to use my drill press as a press. Hawkeye, don't do that. It's not good for your drill press. I know. Not the best practice in the world, but I don't care. I use my tools. I use what I have. Where the hell is my... Oh. Whoopsie. I'm just dropping everything. Dropping everything everywhere. And what's up? Oh wait, I know who you are. Hello. What's up? I wasn't expecting you on my stream. Ben, do you have a favorite berry? If so, what is it? A favorite berry? Maybe blackberries? Why? I don't think I've ever been asked that before. Okay, so we shall drive this in here. I think I can just like pop this in here by hand. Maybe. Maybe if I get it started on here. So you guys aren't going to be able to see this, but I'm going to jerry-rig this. I have some blocks of wood. Did you test it with a longer barrel? I think I dialed it in at one point, kind of haphazardly, a couple inches, but I mean, not like super precise. How is your caliburn coming along? Very slowly. I kind of need access to a mill, and I don't have access to a mill, so it's not going anywhere very fast. I think it's so high speed. The amount of lag time, apparently not. Yeah. That moment when you have more useful tools than your dad, yeah. I passed that point a while ago. So this side has way more of a chamfer on there than the other side. That will be easier to feed darts in. And although we can adjust it later after we get this fixed on there, it's going to be much easier if we figure out that everything is hunky-dory before we get it on there. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. Kind of gotta do this off camera, so bear with me. I need to find things that I can stack up high enough. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Hey. I'm allowed to be a little bit racist against Canadians because I have a bunch of Canadian friends. That's how that works, right? I need a metal plate on top. There we go. So I just got that started. I should be able to push this in the rest of the way by hand. This little one's small enough. This is the 16 millimeter version of the Make Test Battle one that Ryan made. It's free on Thingiverse. There we go. So that's that, and that took that much effort for a little half-inch piece, so I definitely need the drill press for this entire thing. It won't fit. Let's see. Makerspaces have mills. Yeah, that's what I'm looking into. You have to like take a class or something to use their mills, on like one on the mill itself and one on safety. But it'd be kind of stupid if I have my milling, or if I have my machining certificate, machining certification. Jeez, and I still had to take that stuff. So I'll have mine by the end of May. So I'm going to be calling them and seeing, hey, this summer I'm going to have my milling stuff. Do I still need to take your class? Because that would be kind of stupid if I did. I have access to a mill. What did you need milled? Unfortunately, it's not something that I can commission out because it's way more involved than that. It's not a simple mill this out. It's a whole process. Okay, let me get this going. I guess I could technically adjust my camera over here, but then I'd have to adjust it back, and that's going to be too much of a pain in the butt. Maybe if I had to do more of this, but it's only going to be real quick, so you guys will live. Whew. That's that first little bit that jumps in there. Just trying to make sure everything's lined up so I'm not stressing out my coil. Whew, that might be shifting that whole thing a little bit. You know what? Let's shifting my machine around a little bit. Hold on. That's actually shifting my machine a little bit. Okay. I think that might actually be pulling it out of the set screw. Hold on. Because this is not the first time I've done this, so. That set screw wasn't in there very tight. So I'm just kind of putting it like that, and that clears the space, and then metal block. Should be done here in just a little bit. Checking it every little push. I don't want to go too far because that would not be great. I'd rather inch it forward than go too far. Almost there, maybe another 1/8 inch. Oh, it's like less than a 16th, just a little more. Okay. I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Probably screwing something up on my drill press doing that, but that's all right. It's my machine. I shall suffer the consequences. What are those small attachable arms / clamps you have on your soldering how-to called? Handy hands. They're handy hands. If you look on Amazon, they have one. It's kind of expensive, but it's basically built like this, except a smaller base. I would recommend that. It's worth the money. I built this one myself. These are coolant hoses, and you get some alligator clips. These right here aren't the most stable, but if you just don't try to adjust this whole thing by this, you just grab it from back here, that'll be fine. Just try to, not to wrench down on these, like, trying to maneuver around with this. But I happen to have the tap that I needed for this, so I just drilled it out and tapped these, screwed them in there. This is a 1-inch thick block of aluminum as a weight, and then I just have some self-adhesive EVA foam on the bottom. Just kind of polished it up haphazardly. So must if you're going to be doing any solder work. Okay, so we can stick a dart in there, and that will stick in there just fine. See what I mean? Like, as soon as I get it past that point, it just falls through. The dart just falls complete. Oh, that didn't go. As soon as I get it past that point, the dart just falls out. So if you ever have a thin dart or something, it's just going to fall through. Well, you can't really load that because it's just going to fall right out. So that little piece in there will get you going. Oh, I still haven't taken out that thing. Can't do that yet. Show that off in a little bit. get my EVA foam. This is the self-adhesive EVA foam I was talking about. You can just get this at Michael's or any hobby store. This chap is super quiet today. It sparked up to life for a second there, and then it kind of died back down again. That's alright. These don't need to be any particular size. So long as they're relatively even. They don't even need to be even, but I care if they're even. Just slap them on there like that. And basically what these are doing is just kind of holding them in there, giving it a little bit of friction so it's not rattling around in there, because that would bother me. Not necessary, but it's just a little extra quality. That doesn't take a whole lot of time. And you only need 2 of them, you don't need the third one. Because the third one doesn't have... There are 2 grooves right here, but on the third one there's no groove there, so it's not necessary. And these hold it in just fine anyway, so... It's a solid base. It really is. I don't have... them... Okay. So what gen worker darts do you have there? I think on your left. Those are just Gen 2s. I died probably because Drac posted his Toy Fair video. Not a problem. So I'll show you how easy these things are to mod. We'll come in here and undo these screws. Undo the pivot one right here. And then all the ones up in the front. I'm going to sandwich this open a little bit, and you'll be able to see what I'm pulling out here in a second. Come on, you little... There goes one side. There it goes. And you can pull out this thing without even taking apart the full blaster. It's the ejector. You can't really put this barrel in there with that ejector. You'd have to cut it down to the point where it wouldn't eject normal shells anyway, so there's no point in cutting it down. You might as well just remove it altogether. Okay, what size bit is that? I need another order. This is a that's a 0 bit, I think. Hold on one sec. Sorry guys, I have to answer life things. Okay, sorry guys. Life before stream, I'm afraid. Oh Ben, what LiPo charger do you use? I use IMAX B6 AC. B6 AC or 6B AC, something like that. It's a blue one, square like that, metal. Okay, so now that we have that out, I should be able to slap in this barrel. You can see what I'm talking about, the two ridges right here and right there. There's none on that third spot right there. So that goes facing down. If I can get it in the freaking hole. Oh, right there. It's been a while since I've done this. There's little legs sticking out there. See that clover? We need to get rid of those ones in the middle, or at least mildly. We don't have to remove it all. Just take a X-Acto knife and just kind of clip those out. See how we cut down that inner clover? Nothing too big, nothing too fancy. Oh, is that a dart in there? That is a dart in there. And that is shooting very, very hard. This thing is fun. I really want to make me a couple, mainly for loners and stuff, but besides my FDL, the Sledgefire is my favorite blaster. Glad to see getting some love. I really like the Sledgefire. It's a surprisingly fun blaster. It's not the most efficient thing in the world, but it's a fun blaster. So the one I'm getting. Yeah, the one I suggested to you on Facebook. Do you know of any batteries similar to LiPo but safer? Not really. You have nickel metal hydride, but it's not going to be near the same performance as LiPos. Not nearly the same discharge. It's worth noting that even though this has air restrictors, this entire thing will push all of them back. Duh. So if you go to dry fire this, just put your hand over your finger over the barrel, so you're not slamming things. So now we need to cut right behind here, somewhere around there. Doesn't need to be super precise, just somewhere around this general vicinity. Cut closer this way, so you can kind of dial it in if you really need to. I think it's somewhere around there, so I'm going to run that through my bandsaw real quick. If you guys are wearing headphones, I suggest that you, it's 42, should be like 40 something dollars, like $42 or $43 on Hobby King. There's two different ones. There's a fake version and a real version. Don't get the fake one, get the real one. But also keep the stock shells. Well, you don't have to do the ejector thing. So yeah, let me run this through the bandsaw. If you guys are wearing headphones, please be cautious. I'm about to turn on a piece of machinery that is going to start yelling at you. So you might want to turn down your volume just a little bit for a second. Here we go. I apologize. I know that was probably deafeningly loud. So what I did was I cut on my first pass right about where we looked into it so that we could cut off a little bit more, looked into it again so that we could cut off a little bit more, and that's where we are now. So you see this flat bit right here, that's what we're aiming for. So there's still a little bit of flashing on the outside. Probably don't need to get rid of it, but I'm just going to go through with my Dremel because I'm like that. And because I can. It wasn't that bad. It sounded bad from here. Like, all my other tools are fine, but my bandsaw, especially with, like, actually cutting things, it's so loud I have to plug my ears. Because it's deafeningly loud to me. But I'm sure my mic is, compensating for that. Switch out bits here to the sanding drum. The real one at Hobby King is 28. Are you sure that's the right one? Is it on a sale or something? If that's the right one, that's the AC one, right? Not DC. Because there's a DC one that's you can't see that anyway. But there's a DC one that's like this, then the AC one is like an actual square from the top view. No. IMAX B6 is not the same thing. IMAX B6 AC. Hey Neo, what's up? Hey Trico. Hey everyone. What are we talking about? Neo's been... Oh, he came back a little bit. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Getting distracted. So this is all garbage. We can throw that away. Actually, save the screws from here because we'll need them for the handle. So those two screws we will need, but everything else is trash. Okay. And again, so far we haven't even opened up the main body, and we won't, because we don't need to. So, again, probably not necessary, but I'm going to use the Dremel. Earphone users, headphone users, beware. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Clean off some of this flashing a little bit with the X-Acto. If you're going to do this without taking apart your blaster, just be careful because you might accidentally glue your blaster together. The seep out from squishing your blaster together might lock your blaster together, so I don't recommend doing it with the blaster completely closed, but it's not the end of the world even if it did completely seal together. So let's get some sandpaper here. Not necessary to sand this, but it makes me feel a little bit better. Note where you're sanding if you're not going to paint the blaster. To be fair, you never miss much when you are gone from one of my streams. Sad face. By the way, if you ever get super glue remover, like annihilates super glue, be careful. That's acetone based. Ask me how I know that. Meaning that will eat right through ABS. So get it on there, get the glue off, and get it off your blaster. have you been to any good Nerf wars lately? Went to one Saturday. Well, it was alright. It's been raining the last two wars, unfortunately. It was kind of on and off this time around. So it didn't like completely ruin everything. But it's been alright. It was also an off day. Like we have our main wars are the first Saturday of every month, and then we have like some elite battles, and that's it was at every second. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Every second week in the month. But I think we're going to do it every other month now, so we just had one. So we'll have our war on the first Saturday of the month. Then we'll not have anything until the other first Saturday of the month, and then we'll have the Elite War, so... If that makes sense. I'm overcomplicating it. What about you? Have any of you guys been to any good wars lately? Any of you guys have local wars? Mainly trying to get rid of the dark gray paint. These lighter parts of the handle aren't painted that much. It's just the darker accents here. So I don't need to sand this nearly as much. I just wanted to get the paint off the other. I wonder. Just got an idea. Oh, there's no screw in there. There should be. I'll have to fix that later. Give me 1 sec. Never been to one. Well, not until July, hopefully. Nope, I wish I had a group event close to me. I got to Teens Night, the library. It was great Nerf war, I think. I got some good footage. That's good. What colors are you planning on painting this? I'm not going to paint this one. This is just going to be a quick mod that I'm going to see if I can sell because I need funds for a $40 reamer. Let's see. Hold on 1 sec. Take some paper. And we can just like cram it in here haphazardly. And this should prevent, at least a little bit, this should prevent seeping out. So just throw one of these screws in this back part here. Don't know why that's missing a screw. How much are you going to sell it for? I'm not sure. I'm thinking between like 65 and 80, somewhere in that area, but I really haven't thought about it long enough. You know what this project is missing? The actual handle scales. I'll be right back. I didn't grab them. Hold on. Okay, sorry guys. Everyone riot. That's funny. How far away are these scales? Sorry, I still had to unmold this one. I hear footsteps. So these blue ones have been cleaned up a little bit more than the other ones. I had to wash them because there's mold release on them. Sorry that took so long, guys. I'm not sure, Trico. Not gonna lie, not sure. Foot itches. Okay. Now we have a little bit of cleanup to do. More so on the orange. I guess we should figure out which ones we want first. So what do you guys think? What color do you think? I need a sharper knife on this. What color do you think I should use? You think I should use the orange, or do you think I should use the light blue? Let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of indifferent. Orange, orange, orange. I vote orange, half and half. Light blue to make things interesting. Kind of agree with Jack. Half and half, but I don't want to do half and half. I think orange is getting the most votes. Who's your favorite red versus blue character? Church. Ooh, that's a hard one. Make your show that blue. Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. Oh, that's funny. Church is actually the same color too. That's funny. Now I can't help but think of this orange one as Griff. And I don't want a fat blaster. Red versus blue references. Hello. Hawkeye, do you plan on watching the new RT stuff, especially Genlock? I don't really watch Like some, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Not really. I haven't kept up with Red versus Blue in like since the original. Like the original, when they started getting into the freelancers and stuff, I kind of lost interest. Too complicated. I didn't need like the whole story behind it and stuff. Looks like you got to choose name. Got a choice of names for the sledge fire. I guess so. Hawk, how do you feel about Biggs making cast parts for cheaper than yours? I've answered this question way too many times, and I'm going to start ignoring it. Just because of how many times I've answered this question. I really don't care. I'm not going to be doing this forever anyway. I've gone back to school for machining. So yeah. I've answered that question way too many times, though. Watched the original one with my dad. It was funny. Yeah. MTV is streaming again. They're streaming again? Really? Favorite Red versus Blue character between Sarge and Carolina and Church. Still a little water in there. YouTube notifications are late. Oh, okay, so he's not streaming. I hate when notifications do that. Wish they would fix that. Trying to get rid of some of the water in here. Make this battle hot and unlisted stream about the 2018 blasters. Okay, so I think most of the voting was for the orange. Is that the direction that we're going? So this is that with the blue. And then this is that with the orange. Which one do you guys like better? Now I really want you to put Griff on the blaster. Church it up. I would caboose Hera. If you want to get rid of water to go over with a bit of alcohol. Yeah, I already got rid of it. Matches blue, also matches blue, orange. Now everyone's voting blue. Yeah, everyone's kind of switching their minds around. But blue looks better. You know what? Nope. Blue. Gotta go. Gotta go. Bye. See ya. Thanks for sticking around. One continues. Telling the other. Breaks it up. Thank you. I'm sticking with orange. Now I'm confused on the tally. We're kind of... Now it seems like it's kind of 50-50 whether you guys want orange or blue. I'm sticking with blue, orange. I've also got to stick with blue. You guys all originally said orange. Neo says blue. I think we have more votes for blue now. Whoops. Blue, blue. Okay, Neo, you saying blue over and over and over and again isn't going to count as more. The blue continues, the blue, while the orange breaks up. The color's blue. But there's also orange at the front. So it's like continue with the blue, or like have orange in the front and orange in the back. I originally voted blue. You orange Griff noobs. Neil, stop spamming, please. Well, I guess we're going with blue. That's what everybody's voting for, so I guess that's what we'll go with. So I need to get my drill. You should make the blue grip the same color of blue as the blaster. I just kind of half-assed it. I wasn't really looking for a perfect match. I could test dozens of colors before I would get a perfect match. So it's going to be kind of difficult to do a perfect match, unfortunately. Hey, Johnson. So these screw ports aren't drilled out. So we'll just drill them out. Obviously, we don't want to go all the way through the blaster. Or through the handle. So we'll just kind of... stop where we need to. We don't need to go very far. What's the use of replacing the grip? Comfort? Looks? Also with these, a lot of the zombie strike stuff, you never notice how thin the handle on something is until you actually get something thicker on there. Like especially the hammer shot. But then you put something like this on there, oh, that's too big, that's too big. But then you like start getting used to it and it's like, okay, I like this. Okay, yeah, I like this. And then you go back to the thinner handle and you're like, why does this exist? So it does take a little bit of getting used to. It is a thicker profile. But it's I think more comfortable in the long run. I've gotten used to it. I like it. Sexiness. Will the hammer shot scales still be made? Yes. So we're going with blue, right? No one's changing their mind. We're still going blue. But you won't be able to store shells in the back. Well, I mean, yeah, but this is only if you're pistoling it. It also makes it look like a cool hand cannon. You can say when people have pistol rounds at your war or something, we have pistol rounds. You'd be like, this is a pistol, I swear. Meow's still saying orange. Trico's blue. Jackson? Is that how you say that? Jackson blue. No Meow. Neo's blue. Pirate is a rebel. Fatty's voting for orange. Nano's blue. Marcus is blue. Phil's orange. I think that's only like 3 for orange. Don't need shells if you single it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, homely. Screw blue. I think we have a few more votes for blue. I think it's like 4 or 5 to 3, something like that. Now that's like 5 or 6. Let's go. Screw you. Wait. You're green too. Okay. So it's definitely blue. Everyone's definitely wanting blue here. So unfortunately, you dirty reds have lost the battle. You miserable Homo sapiens. So the stuff on the back here is actually easier just to Dremel off after everything's been glued down, so it doesn't matter what order you do it in, but I'm just going to do it in that order. I'm going to vacuum up here just a little bit, so headphone users beware, I'm about to turn on the vacuum. Let's get rid of that screw before we suck it up. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I need to replace the filter. I could clean it, but I'm too lazy. I've already cleaned it once. Saw that coming. Okay, could you work with me a little bit here? Hose isn't going back where I want it to. Get the greatest screen. I just got the greatest screenshot. Okay. Orange. I can't breathe. Griff. Some donuts for scales. You could have done yellow. Ghost. Okay. Okay. So now we got to epoxy this thing together. You could use, you know, any glue that you wanted, but obviously the methyl methacrylate glue is going to be the best. So that's what we're going to use. And we also have this side of this shell that we need to do. So we'll go ahead and do that in probably multiple batches, but we'll do this in one sitting. Let me cut off some cardboard here. I'll probably get 3 out of this. Yellow would look so weird on this. When will this blaster be for sale? I mean, probably tomorrow. If you want to reserve it, shoot me a message if you're serious, but it'll probably be up tomorrow. The video's been frozen for me the entire time. Can you see anything? You try refreshing, maybe? But at what cost? Who cares what color? Paint it. I'm not gonna paint this one, but it is definitely paintable. Okay. Gotta seal myself in the room. Hold on. $50 or $60. It's not going to be $50. It's going to be at the very least $60, but it's like between $60 and $80, somewhere around there. $60 and $75, something like that. It's definitely not going to be $50 though. Just still an image. You might need to just refresh it or something, Pirate. I don't know how to help you. I don't think anyone else is frozen. I just need the scales. The scales are like $36 by themselves, so take that into consideration. About to put on the mask, so I'll start sounding weird here. Does anyone know a source for Sledgefire shells, or does anyone know if 3D printed shells are reliable? I've heard mixed things about the 3D printed shells. Some say they're awful, some say they're fine. The Sledgefire shells, unfortunately, you're just going to have to find them from third-party people because Hasbro doesn't do that anymore, so I think we'll work on this first and go from there. Let's get the clamp. I'm so excited for the handle scales. Waiting for mine patiently. You order some handle scales for the Sledgefire? It's funny, I can see every blaster shell piece of Mr. Nathan's integration, but can't war for... So I've been thinking about what I should do for a Strife build. Just have Hawkeye do me a Hyper Strife. You did? I really like these things. Like it's kind of like biased because it's my own product, but I'm really happy with the way that these came out. The Hammershot ones as well. I haven't been as happy with a product since like these two things. I think those two things are my favorite. Let's get some epoxy down. Whoops. Probably way too much. I don't think I needed that much. I don't think I needed that much by a long shot. So I've been thinking about what... Oh, I already read that. Trying to match what the other side is. Okay, I won't be able to look at the comments here for a second, because this is on a time limit, obviously. So just try to work with me here a little bit. Workers never made skills. No one's ever made skills except for me. It's still, like, the one thing I still have that's original. The problem is you can't 3D model, well, I guess you can, but it's not very easy to 3D model the exact handle scale, or the exact, like, negative of the handle, so people don't do it. Because everybody's used to 3D printing something real quick, so if they can't do that, then they don't bother. Too much effort. Talking about the shells. I don't know if that was just Taobao reselling some of them. Okay. So we don't want a lot of squeeze out here, or preferably no squeeze out. So we're going to try to put it on this side here. It's not going to take a lot. Just trying to focus on this. Not really worried about commentary at the moment. Just want to get this going, because the life of this will not be long. I think we have enough time and enough epoxy for the other side, so let's just do both at the same time. I'm more worried about the time than the amount of epoxy, because I definitely made too much. By a considerable amount. That's okay. Better too much than too little, I guess. Try not to think of it as wasting. Try to think of it as being safe. Okay, that should be enough, so we'll slap these on here. think I need to center this clamp more. Definitely need to center this clamp more. Okay, I think that came out pretty good. Very, very minimal squeeze out. That's good. Very minimal squeeze out. Pretty happy with that. And I think we're good to go. And there's a little bit of squeeze out here, but we caught that with the paper. A little bit of squeeze out on the ports. Don't forget about the screw ports. Easy to catch beforehand. We'll just let the rest of that epoxy go to waste, unfortunately. I could try to rush and use it for something else, but in the long run, with how many years I've been doing this, I've just kind of learned in the long run, it's going to be much better if you just let it go. There we go. And then there'll be some cleanup with the Dremel. Obviously there, and some along the edge of the seam and stuff, but that'll be easy. So that's pretty much done for that. I know I missed quite a bit of the comments here. What's the point of custom rubber strike parts in green on your Etsy page? What's up with the custom rubber strike parts in green on your Etsy page? I don't have custom green parts on my rapid strike parts. Oh, those. Someone was supposed to buy those, and they never did. I need to take it down. I usually don't leave those up that long. I was talking about the shells, slug, update the machine calibrant, so take a lot of 3D printed pieces. Now that replacement machine polycarbonate pieces that make the design a lot easier and smoother. If someone paid you, would you make them a pair of cast Chronos parts? No. I don't take those kind of commissions, unfortunately. Some people are working on it, because I've been awaiting a pair. Hawkeye, would you get your DevCon from Amazon? I have before. It just takes a little while. I prefer just to go to Walmart and pick up the Loctite brand. Have some back here. It's just the Loctite for plastic. If you look on the back, this is always what I'm talking about. If you look on the back, let's see. Let me find it here. If you read the warnings, it'll say, danger, contains methyl methacrylate. Let's let that focus. See right there? Contains methyl methacrylate. That's the word you're looking for. So I just get the Loctite stuff. You can get that at Walmart. Walmart doesn't stock it as much as they should. I usually get mine from Lowe's, but... Welcome back, Jason. DevCon is cheaper than your time. That's true. Alice? Oh, hey Kotek, what's up? Why do you need a respirator for epoxy? Because I'm in a 5 by 5.5 closet, and this stuff will kill me. Not really, but it's going to give me a migraine. It's also, if you're doing this once or twice, it's not as bad as people want you to believe. But if you're constantly doing it like I am, not great. What would be the selling price for Florval Neo Rhinos? Nope, not going to do that. Or for later 2 years, I'll buy them. Or let if up for 2 years, I will buy them. What? I'll make a rapid strike with your parts, I promise, that is. Hawkeye, any chance you'll stream with people in a VC or something? Probably not. Maybe if we planned it or something, maybe? I don't know. I'm not, like, completely opposed to the idea. But, I mean... it just seems like a lot of work. Again, I could try to salvage this, but it's already starting to gel, so I'm just going to leave that. We'll just get another batch going. Let's put this aside somewhere. Sure, that won't fall over. He says as it falls over. Now we can do this guy. Oh, it's getting hot in here. This is going to suck during the summer. It's already starting to get warm here in Texas. Hawkeye, any chances to I'm making rough strike with president. Okay. I could probably use more than this. Shouldn't have used so much for that one. Got a little overzealous. It's like 2 long strips there. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna open up another pack in between this. Let's see. Ben, I'm making one, and after a couple of wars, I'll sell it. That is my build for it. I changed the name to Spectra. Not gonna lie, I literally showed up because I wanted to see what the next thing to the strife muzzle in the thumbnail was. Next thing to strife in the muzzle. What? What? What's where? Who? What was in the thumbnail? I don't know what was in the thumbnail. Meaning no lie. No like. Looks like a hyperfire butt plate. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's the hyperfire butt plate. That's to this. Good guess. I mean, guess, educated, you know what I mean. I will start one in time. Blah, blah, blah. Why is the mic so bad? It's not bad, I have a respirator on. A single such fire shell. Sorry, I suck at catching up. I've actually opened up one of these before, and one of them was completely empty. Luckily, they returned it without any trouble. So I like to play the game where you look at people's like this. Yeah, I like playing that game too. Figure out what the parts are. I love playing that game. What's up? What's up, man? How's it going, Cryo? Fun game. I'm very jealous of that knife. This one's actually pretty cheap. Well, cheap. This one's relatively cheap compared to what I'm used to. It's a paramilitary, or excuse me, not military. Para 3 Spyderco. I got the blue-purple handle for my dad, and I liked that one so much. I was like, okay, I'm getting one. Are you supposed to cut it in 2 tubes? No. It's easier if you keep them as one, but I took my advice from Foam Data Services, older YouTuber, older Nerf community person, and he cuts his in half because and he's absolutely right, every now and again you'll get a blurp of a pocket of air, and if one gets a pocket of air and the other one doesn't, you're kind of screwed. So this makes it much more consistent, much better, much more even. But you kind of need a knife like this to even have a hope of splitting these things in half without killing yourself. I have done it with X-Acto knives before, it is possible, but it's such a pain in the ass. And when I do that, I put a huge nick in my healing table. Are you supposed to, why do you cut your epoxy? Oh, I just explained that. significantly less expensive to get more even mixture. Second, scored a couple of clear recons. Gave me Arsenal. Okay. Just everyone knows who I am, but doesn't know who FDS is. He's the king. It's really sad. Sure, this one looks right. Ugh, okay. It's nice to have a dull blade around, but it's a dull blade, so. Throw that away. Oh, why does it look so different? Curious. That's curious. Oh, I forgot to split the cap in half. Whoopsie! Do you prefer epoxy putty or liquid? Different things for different applications. They're not the same thing. This stuff is for bonding plastic to plastic. The other stuff is more for shaping. I hope I'm not ruining something by mixing these together. It should be the same stuff, because it's the same brand, same everything, but I have a weird feeling. I need a shell piece for an integration. I was wondering if you could help. Probably not, but what do you need? Never hurts to ask. How many times do you use polystyrene in your blaster? Never? I use polycarbonate. Ugh. Oh, you know what? I think I got it backwards. I think the two stuff in the middle is... Okay, I think I got it backwards. I think it's just brown because it's older, maybe? So I think these two are the same in the middle. It's just one's older than the other, and these two are the same. That's a lot of epoxy. I just realized how much epoxy that was. I kind of zoned out. I was too worried about this. So on the strife, could you pull one out on the side, the photo side? I don't have one with me, and I don't want to open my closet door to get one because of the fumes. I'm also a little bit involved with something. So I'm going to start mixing this. I'm not going to really be able to look at the comments here for a minute because this is on a timed thing. So you'll have to forgive me. I'll glance up when I can, but probably once I start, especially when I start applying this, I'm not really going to have time. Now we can have a party in here and he'll never know. Foiled. No, I'm not late. You're late? Well, we're almost 2 hours into this, so I think you're late. Good party. Okay. Here we go. If you don't have a box of 1,000 popsicle sticks, you really should get a box of 1,000 popsicle sticks. They're the most useful little pieces of garbage on the planet. If you get them in the right place, you can get it for like $6 for 1,000. It's great. Okay. Gotta think what I'm doing here. Okay, let's just squeeze out's okay, because we're going to do a lot of body work anyway. Get it on there, good. Those are all the internal bits I want to get. That's going to seal that blaster together, so let's get that a little bit off. Okay. Let's get this off right here. Pop this back together. And this will line up our shells. Yeah. There we go. Let's get another one. It's not getting that on all of our hands. Welcome to Hawkeye Gets Epoxy Everywhere. Oh, damn it. It's nothing bad, I just got it somewhere where I don't want it, and I don't want to messy this stick up. There we go. Sorry, a little bit focused. I get kind of quiet when I'm focused. I'm not terribly worried about commentary for a second here. There we go. Everything's still aligned. Everything's looking good. And I believe we can let that dry. Easy peasy. And that's the main integration done. Okay, sorry guys, sorry. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Now let's clean up this screw port before I... Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but let's just a little bit easier beforehand. Okay. Yeah, possible. Okay. Cool. Cool beans. Got my barrel in that a little bit. Not a big deal. I don't think it got much on there. Yeah. So, plan is to sell the sludge fire we just made. Somewhere between 60 and 80, not sure. But that is to fund this, which I need a 9/16 reamer. I reamed this out to 17/32, which is the new reamer I just got. Used it for something else, but then I used it for this. Worked great. Awesome. Need to get it one size bigger. So we're going to 9/16, but 9/16 reamer is $40, so that's where that is going to be going. And that's the current plan. So we've been going for about an hour and 58 minutes, just about. I think we're just about to wrap up here because I'm wearing a mask and I'm kind of trapped in my closet and it's super hot in here. So I think I want to get going here. So if you guys have any last questions or comments, go ahead and start leaving those now, and I will see if I can get around to those. I might have... that's not how you spell reamer. I might have the reamer you're looking for. Well, I kind of want to get one for my collection of tools. What's your favorite type of cheese? Believe it or not, I'm lactose intolerant. I can eat mozzarella cheese without any effect for some reason though, which I looked it up. I thought there would be less lactate. There's actually more lactate. So I'm not sure if it's just the process it goes through or whatever, but I can actually eat mozzarella. So I'm going to say mozzarella. Which just happens to, I've had other cheeses. There's like a pill for like lactate stuff so you can eat stuff with it. But I genuinely like mozzarella the most, so. Interesting question. Thank you for the stream, Hawkeye. It was fun. Always, I have a swell time. Have a great night. See you next time. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great night, Trico. Genuine question. I was saying, thanks for the stream. Where did you buy your caliper? If you look on Amazon, look for any of their basic calipers. There's a guy who bought all 7 of them that you can get on Amazon, and he rated one of them the highest at $30. This is that one. So look in the ratings for the ones on Amazon. You'll find what I'm talking about. It's like the top guy. Hey, I just sent a okay, says well, lactose intolerant crew. I learned from my biology teacher several years ago that people with lactose intolerance are the normal people. If you're not lactose intolerant, those are the genetic defects. Interesting, because you're supposed to grow out of it because you don't need it after you get your bones nice and strong. Interesting. So you're a monster. No. High five. I'll give it to you if I got it. Chugs glass of milk out of spite. Milk will seriously screw me up. Milk's the worst. Wait, rip, no milk. Do you think integrating a hot dog into a rapid strike would be good? That is entirely up to you, Mr. Broken Caliburn. Milk is the bomb. Else, if it's not chocolate, I'm not salty. Cocoa milk, yeah, because I have to drink milk when I was younger. Dude, it's like basically an X-Men mutation power then. Crew, gonna make darts of milk and tag you at Hanu. Explain the 3-hole in my heart. I want a Rebel Strike that fires hot dogs. I would like to see that. A 3 printed hot dog magazine. Get on it, Alice. That would work. It has enough crush. Like, that might work. That would need... those things are heavy, though. You'd need at least 2 sets of flywheels. Those things are heavy, man. Now I'm thinking about this. Every blaster needs snack storage. I mean, a hot dog is close enough to a mega dart. Cocktail stuffings. Milk darts would kill me too. Yeah, did you know genetic mutation can cause your bones to make extra tough? I'm sure it's possible. Cut them down. Air power. Cutting them down is a good idea. Maybe cut them in half. Okay. Lots of questions. Lots of comments here. Love seeing you guys comment. What about the Rep Strike and Fire Omega? I mean, take a lot of modification, but that'd be kind of cool. The Fire Rival Cage now. I think there's too much crush on a Rival Cage. I think it would annihilate it. I don't think you're going to be able to get much crush out of a hot dog before it starts breaking up. This is really stupid. Why are we talking about this? Now I'm thinking about the freaking physics of launching a hot dog out of a cage. I bet Air Blaster would be much better. Air powered would be much better. Why on earth are we talking about this exactly? Rival Cage would shred the dog. Those wheels are sharp. I think an HPA Sledgefire or an HP. Dude, Sledgefire would work. An HPA hot dog launcher would work. Yeah, like Alice just said. Arc powered fire anything, annihilate a hot dog, a closed cage, and waffle tips. Just stick a waffle tip on the end of a hot dog. I think a barricade cage would be great for shooting hot dogs. Are you talking cooked dogs or raw? Well, they're always cooked. Like even if you defrost them, they're still technically cooked. So I think we're just talking like a boiled hot dog, right? Wait, if we all say HPA, Ryan will appear. Say it 3 times. HPA, HPA, HPA. Or just the wheels. They are small. You know, last time I did that, we summoned Mr. Nathan. So I'm not going to hold that. I'm not gonna deny that might be true. HPA, yes please. Or a blaster shaped like a hot dog. Potato hyper fire. Okay. Well, I think that's good for now. You have to say HPA. Oh, while we're talking about HPA, I'm also thinking about making an HPA Alpha Trooper, so that might be a thing. Just to kind of satisfy my HPA craving while I'm still waiting for funds for Dogma, because that's not going to happen anytime soon. Because $1,200, that's why. Now, actual topic. Yes, actual topic. Well, I think I might move to Discord. I just really want to get out of this closet. So if you guys want to talk, I will be in the Discord server for a little bit. I'll be in voice chat. I guess I'll go there, but I really want to get out of this closet. So, and the video is not necessary anymore because we're not doing anything. If you need a link to Wacom's Discord server, click on any of Wacom's videos going back probably a month or 2, and you'll be able to find it super easy. Yeah, either that or get a hold of Gavin or Meowstick, and they can get you a link. Just remember that I'm gonna be funding 1/7 of Dogma. I wish I had a Discord. Okay. Thank you guys very much for watching. I always appreciate having you guys out here and stuff. It means a lot that you guys come out. So, thank you for watching, and end stream.